Hi everybody, welcome to Guardian Angel Messages and Activations Day 10. This one is about how we affect the world positively just by being ourselves and clearing out negative intentions that block that effect, that positive effect that we're having. So the way these transmissions are structured is that I'm going to go through and introduce you to the angels that have come in with their messages and healing. This enables you to be able to call them in around those issues that are relevant to you whenever you need to. We're then going to connect with them, call them in, bring through channeled messages and channeled healing. The healing is in the form of light language, but I will explain as we go along what we're shifting. So to receive this transmission, just get yourself into a comfortable position where you're not going to be disturbed, with your feet on the ground, relaxed, open heart, open mind, and allow the words, the energies that I'm transmitting, even through the information phase, and the light language just move over you. So, having committed to these transmissions, I get information throughout the preceding day as to what we're going to be talking about and what angels are going to be coming in. And I get that through many different ways. One of the ways is through movies I'm drawn to watch, and the themes in those kind of things and conversations that I've had, people I've spoken to, have been about where there's really ego level, determined interference, interception in your success. And that can be through, narcissistic behavior, people trying to get ahead in their career, making you look bad so they can progress, with no conscience at all as to what they've done. There's also at the more global level, society level, there are lots of limitations in place to stop people succeeding, and keeping them in fear or under control, living the narrative. And I'm not connecting to these energies through any kind of fear or negative outlook. I'm connecting to them with light and love from the angelic realms, the guides, knowing that we're in an ascension process where these things come up because they're clearing out. When they come up into conscious awareness and we can see them, which is what's happening at the moment, we can shift them. And just getting them to come up to consciousness means it's already in a healing process. They're already on their way out. So this is a Buja Buja card, Buja Buja chocolate. I'll put a link in the description if you're not familiar with them. Beautiful, organic, vegan chocolates. They have a message in them. Maybe a good way of changing the world is being you. And that's what we're deepening into, that being you, being your light, is changing the world. And in doing that, the higher vibration you can reach in yourself through your own self-work and through clearing your own lower densities, connecting more to your higher truth, your heart, your soul, is that you are transmuting those energies of interference and lower density and negative intentions in others, because you've cleared them in yourself. So the more you've cleared any of that in yourself, in your previous lifetimes, anywhere you were persecuted or worked against, you hold those codes, you hold that light, and they're transmitted to others. And you can find that reactions in others then, as your codes reach their energy fields, your healed version of yourself, your light, touches others that have those, it brings it up for them. And they don't know that it's an energetic reaction to your light and love. It comes up for them in their own world, for them to see. They can project it onto you. So this transmission is about how to handle that also. So we're clearing out any crumbs that are in our own field, our own environment, brought forward from ancestral patterns or from past lives. But also we're clearing it out through positive response to adversity from others as they respond to our light and love that we're bringing through. And it's all part of clearing this out in the world for the ascension process. So let's meet the angels who have come in to help us with this. The first one is number 72. God, the end of the universe. And I see this as the end of the current universe, or the very furthest point in the universe, which is representing a boundary that you're going to cross over into the new, into the next phase, the higher octave of living, higher living, more divinity in the world. The dates are March 16 to 20. Name is Mewame. Mewame. Zodiac sign of Pisces, from the choir of angels. Conclusions and completion of goals. Yep, so a graduation. Serenity. Enjoying small things. The secrets of nature. Lunar energies. Rebirth and new beginnings. Receptivity, mediumship, and mystical experiences. Again, moving into that higher octave. Reincarnation, starting the new life. Complete realization and materialization. Medicine and health. Accompaniment of the dying. Again, transition into another world. And consciousness. Kaheta, we have met before in a previous transmission. The adored God rules Taurus, from the choir of seraphim. Divine blessings and divine will, mysticism and introspection, patience, gratitude, birth and labour, wealth and abundance, cosmic laws and the four elements, fire, air, water and earth, success and progress, agriculture, fertile lands and abundant harvests, increased work capacity and an active life, nourishing the soul, overcoming evil spirits. So this one I really feel is about that releasing of anything in the way, releasing of the blockages, whether that be health, evil spirits or evil intentions, and really bringing that success through patience and gratitude, and committing to the new, following divine will, your own inspiration, and finding you can achieve more with less effort. And then we have Nelafa, July 2 to 6, sign of Cancer, choir of thrones. Cosmic organisation, learning, study and success in exams. Omniscience, moving from concrete to abstract, from reality to idea. Science, technology and poetry, geometry, astronomy, astrology and mathematics. scholars and philosophers. Concentration, protection against slander, traps and spells. Again, this is what I was seeing, this is what has been coming to me, that we're really clearing is entrapment, things that affect you, that are put out there purposely, spells, they're intentional. Slander, traps and spells are intentionally working against your success. Exorcism through knowledge, teacher, pedagogue par excellence. Protection from the forces of evil and envy. So this has come up in multiple cards. This is really what I feel we're clearing today, so that you can truly be yourself and have that effect in the world that you are supposed to have. Atatita katita kata toko kotoko ko. Akatatita tatita kakaka. Akatatita tatita kakatoko ko. Akatatita katita kakata tatita kakatoko ko. Akatatita kakaka. So first we're bringing in these codes, these light codes, these healing energies, these little geometries of light that speak to your heart, your soul, your body, and make positive changes that elevate you. And the codes we're bringing in that are going to disperse this negative intention, envy, blockages to your success are maybe a good way of changing the world is being you. So we're bringing in the positive energy of reinforcing that it's safe to be you in the world. And in bringing that in, we're clearing all the ways that you being you attracts negativity or interference, so that you are truly safe to be you in the world, so that you don't need the protection, because the safety itself is the protection. With that safety, there is no need to protect, because you've brought in the codes of safety to be self. And that's bringing me down to the third angel, Nelafa, and cosmic organization. So we're bringing in those codes of being yourself, safe to be yourself, success in being yourself, is then aligning you with the cosmic organization, the way the cosmos is organized, the way the universe is organized, and how you fit into your place within the higher divine plan that fits perfectly with everybody else's purpose and true selves. So therefore everything reorganizes around you stepping into the truth of who you are. And then omniscience is connected to all that is, having that higher vision, having that connection to all that is, be stepping into your part within that. From that place, you move from concrete to abstract, from reality to ideas. So you're moving from 3D paradigm is one way of saying it, day-to-day reality is another way of saying it, to a higher vision where the ideas can come in, where you're transcending that barrier between the divine world and the physical world. I'm feeling this in your chest and your sternum and your throat. They want me to select a card from the Angels of Abundance pack. It's no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. So this is what you can do in your day-to-day life to help these codes of safety embody into you and into your life, is to be aware of, if you find yourself complaining about anything where you feel that you have no power, or something has power over you, where you are a victim, where you don't have a choice, to just notice that you're doing that for a start. That's the first part, is to catch it. And once you've caught it, shift into that knowing that you are powerful and you have a choice and you can change the reality by stepping into the truth of the fact that you have choice and you have power. Even if you can't immediately see it, there will be somewhere in there you could see that there's something you could do. But just shifting into the energy of that, or the belief of that, does make changes in outcomes, in the way you respond to things and in the way others respond to you, and then ultimately how things result, and then the overall effects in the world that then you being in your true power bring. Okay, so I'm feeling that moving through your digestive system. In other words, your body's receiving it into its physicality, into its reality, is the energy of safety and empowerment. Yeah. Feeling that really dropping through the legs, into the feet. They're reminding me that the other thing I've been experiencing that have come up to my conscious awareness have been a lot of my plants have have been eaten by bacteria or molds, and or too much water, and their roots have disintegrated and they've become separated from their roots. So this again is an invasiveness, an intentional invasiveness for the survival of the mold or the bacteria, which is what we're talking about with narcissistic people who step over you and push you down to get ahead. And it's a release there through the solar plexus and the diaphragm as I speak about that. So the emphasis right now is on those roots, getting those higher roots back in the ground, repairing that physical level of re-nourishing, getting the resources, making sure the resources that are available to you, that you have the means of receiving them. Yeah, so I'm feeling that very much through the crown, the hands and the legs, and the groin, like the joints in the legs. Yeah, clearing out of the stomach, digestive system, saliva in the mouth. It's really working with the physical body, how we receive nourishment. So we receive the saliva in our mouth breaks down the food so that it can be digested. So we're just working through the physical nourishment, which helps your physical well-being and healing, which was the Kahete card. Kaheta card. Really feeling that clearing through the digestive system, the stomach acids, and the microbiome, so the good bacterias in your system. So we're clearing any proliferation of bad bacteria, negative bacteria, where things got out of balance, bringing the positive bacteria that your system needs to function, that makes the system cohesive. And in that, there's a connection between the gut and the brain and the neurons. And what I'm feeling is that changes the thinking. There's like a purity coming through the neurotransmitters. So the thinking is clearer and the decisions are clearer and following a vibration of success. We're clearing the energy, the perception, the belief, and the reality of being thwarted. And the gut is really receiving that shift. There feels to be a reconnection or a new relationship between the neuronal pathways in the brain and the crown chakra and the pituitary gland, the pineal gland. So the pineal gland is where we receive our higher knowing and physiologically respond to it. Feeling this is working on a mental energy body level as well. Clearing mental debris. It feels like it's clearing electromagnetic interference from the mental body and the brain. Yeah. And now a real clear energy, really crystalline energy dropping in through the shoulders, down through down your hairline, down through your spine, through the lower back and all the fascia, down through the base chakra, down into the earth chakra, into the earth grids, into the center of the earth. So you are a real clear channel for your higher self, for your true self, for your divine self. And you can harness those genetic gifts, the positive experiences passed down through your physiology, through your genetics, through your ancestry. Such as, for example, a propensity to academia, or a propensity to being spiritual medium or healer, or a propensity to being an artist of some sort. You can harness those genetic gifts that you chose to incarnate into that family line for. And allow them to have an effect in the world, along with the uniqueness of your spiritual knowing and spiritual gifts from other lifetimes that you're bringing through, without the energies of traumas and persecutions from other lifetimes. Yep, there we go. So that base chakra is clearing, crown is open, spine is aligned, and posture is strong, connected to heaven, connected to earth, feet tingling, feet chakras wide open, connected to the earth. So we've got those roots in. Those roots have come in so strongly, so we can receive that connection and information and nourishment back from the earth, as well as from the divine and higher selves. Okay. That's it, everybody. The energy feels so potent, so alive, so strong. I can feel it vibrating. Just so connected to the omniscience, to the cosmic organization, and to all aspects of self. So what you may find comes up is anything that is interference or affecting your power to move forward and be successful and be yourself. It's coming up to move out. Don't squash it back in or react to it. Understand, observe. Just keep bringing in that I am powerful. I am having effect just by being myself. And listen to your body. If you need to rest, rest. If you have amazing ideas and inspirations, come in, follow them when it feels right to. Listen to your body in terms of what you need to eat and drink and nourish yourself. Blessings, everybody. See you tomorrow.